Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. My name is Marina, and I'm your guide for this portion of the journey. Like the chapeau? It's a bad hair day. But you know what? I like to have fun. So, my dear friends, I have been thinking an awful lot over the last couple days about what I should be reading on, what I should be concentrating on, so on and so forth. Doing a lot of thinking, a lot of contemplating. And then it just sort of came to me. I'm making this a lot more difficult than it needs to be. Right? This should be fun. What do I always say at the end? Yeah, come back, we'll play. So this should be fun. So I'm going to take myself a little less seriously, and I'm just going to have a little more fun. So, with that in mind, I thought that I would check in and see how the good folks in England are feeling right now. In case you didn't know, they lost a Euro Cup on penalties to Italy. And it was a game that they should have won easily. However, that's what happens in a game, right? Is sometimes the stars align and the planets speak to each other and everything works really well, and other times, the stars align and the moon reaches out and goes, eh. So, yeah, I think, they wanted this so bad. They have waited for this for so long. And then to lose it on penalties. Oh. If it had been a case of Italy playing a much better game, a more solid game, and, they, they won 3-1 or 2-0, then you could say, well, they were the better team. But it just seemed like, most of the game, England was leading 1-0. Anyway, I feel for them, I really do. So I thought, well, we'll ask and see what it is that the universe wants to say to them. Okay, you can't make this up. Acceptance. Just, yes, it's awful. It's heart-wrenching. You were right there. You kicked with every kicker. You saved every shot on goal. It just wasn't to be. It just wasn't to be. So, acceptance. Perfection. There is no such thing as perfection. You can practice. You could do you could hit a goal from 300 feet out 99 out of 100 times. But if that one time comes during an important game, what can you do? What can you do? So, you know, do your best. Do your best. Feel proud that you have done your best. Feel proud that you have made it as far as you have. Give yourself a few days. You know, this isn't something that's going to go away overnight. You know, it is, you're going to replay that game. You're going to replay those last 10-15 minutes over and over and over again for a while, and it's going to hurt, but it will get better. So just remember, no such thing as perfection. Do your best. Creation. Create the future. Create your future. Create what you want to happen next time. And the good news is there is always a next time, right? That's the great part of all this, is there is always a next time. And as I'm looking at this card, look at her face. Look at those beautiful feathers. She's putting things out into the ether. You know, she's saying what she wants. She's telling the birds to carry what I want up to the heavens, so that I can then create what I want. Ah, very nice. Very nice. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck, bittersweet. Yes. Yes, I know it is. I know it is, and I feel for you, and I wish it hadn't gone that way. Unfortunately, you know, right now the people of Italy are happy. If it had gone the other way, the people of England would be happy, and the people of Italy would be crying. So, you know, it's difficult when there has to be a winner and a loser, because you're all winners, and you know it. Okay, all right, let's go to the Art Nouveau Tarot, and let's see what else the universe might have for us. And yeah, I've got my lovely candle burning. I've got my spirituality incense burning. It smells nice in here. I was hoping that I could open the window in this room, but for some reason it wouldn't budge. So, and I have neither the strength nor the inclination to fight with it. So I said, okay, you want to stay closed? Okay, by me. Okay, by me. Somebody's playing outside the door here, making a lot of noise. But she's playing with one of her creativity toys, and she's very clever. Yeah. Okay. All right, Spirit. I am ready. I am ready. Okay. Alrighty. 10 of Wands. The Ace of Swords. The Moon. This is the Page of Wands. Okay. And the Six of Wands. Alrighty. What I am being encouraged to talk about is accepting that some of the burdens that we take on are not our burdens. They belong to someone else. And yet we take them on as if they were ours. And they're not. They're not. And how do you know when you've taken on somebody else's burden? I think you know in how you feel. If I find myself being burdened by something and I feel resentful, I have to stop and ask myself, okay, is this mine or is this somebody else's? And if it's somebody else's, is that the reason that I'm feeling resentful? Because if I am, then clearly that's not something for me to handle. So knowing the truth about whatever burden you have taken on, you're going to know that by your feelings, right? The howling at the moon, the sort of the lunacy and the emotion and so on. And you know, once you tackle that emotion, and once you realize and you can separate what is your burden versus what is someone else's burden, then that results in the victory. Right? So I think it's a good idea when you take something on, you know, to ask yourself why you're doing that. Are you doing it because you want to help the other person? Okay, if you want to help them, why do you want to help them? Are they not capable of finding their own answer, finding their own truth? Or do you think you would do a better job of finding an answer and finding truth for them? And if you did find an answer and a truth for them, and it was better than anything that they could have thought of, what is the lesson for them in that? Have you really done them a service? Or have you just made it difficult for them the next time that something comes along? Think of the butterfly. The butterfly starts off as a little worm, and it attaches itself to the bottom of a leaf, and it winds and winds and winds, and it makes this cocoon and gets itself totally covered in the cocoon. And in there, it starts its transformation from being a little worm to being a majestic butterfly. Well, what if you came across one of those little cocoons and you could see that it was mostly open. It was mostly open. It just needed a slight touch, and the butterfly would emerge. And so you stepped in and decided that you would help that butterfly. You just nudged ever so gently, just a little bit, and the butterfly's free. And so the butterfly kind of hangs there for a little while, and it starts to open its wings. And it opens a little here and a little there. And slowly it starts to open. But it can only open so far. It can't open its wings all the way, no matter how hard it tries, it can't. And ultimately, it gives up. Oh, poor butterfly. Well, maybe those extra 2 minutes that butterfly was still in the cocoon, that it needed to flex its wings to open that little cocoon, or whatever they call it, chrysalis, or I don't know. It just needed those extra 2 minutes of flexing its wings to open it fully, so that it then had the strength to open its wings all the way and to fly away majestically. You didn't intend to harm it. You thought you were helping. You thought that just by, it was ever so close. It just needed the tiniest little intervention. And maybe that tiniest intervention made all the difference in what it couldn't do. So when you take on someone else's burden, ask yourself, are you doing them any favors? Where is the lesson in that burden for them? Where is, where's the growth opportunity? Where is the self-knowledge, the sort of little aha moments that come when we do things for ourselves? That doesn't mean that you're heartless and you turn your back on people. No, absolutely not. But there are other ways to help, to be of assistance, to be supportive, to be all that you can be, and still let the other person sort of grow and learn those lessons on their own, right? So yeah, take on burdens that are yours and leave the others. Leave the others to everyone else to take care of. Okay. And I am feeling as well like I should be talking about, synchronicities, signs, things that little signs that we sometimes don't realize, or we do, when you look back and you go, 3 days in a row, I walked up my front door and there was a squirrel sitting there on the steps, waiting to say hello. Maybe there's a message in that. Maybe a squirrel is one of your totem animals, whatever. So paying attention to those little synchronicities, and you'd be surprised how often they come up. How often they really come up. And you need to trust them. You need to trust them. I don't know why I started off on this, but I'm I'm sort of nudged to tell you one of my power animals is the killer whale. And years ago, I thought that I wanted to find out what my power animal was. So before I went to bed, I meditated and I relaxed and I asked my guides to show me what my power animal was. And that night, I dreamt that I was swimming with the orcas, swimming with the killer whales. And I woke up and I thought, it was kind of a weird dream. Swimming with the whales, killer whales. That's strange. Why would I be swimming with killer whales? Oh well. So, the next night, I'm asking my guides again. Okay, please show me who my power animal is. Well, that night, I dreamt again about killer whales. And they were jumping out of the water and they were coming towards me. And again, I wake up in the morning and I go, why am I dreaming about killer whales? Like I asked about my power animal, it should be something wonderful like a tiger or a lion or a bear or a dog, but a killer whale. So, third time around, I ask again. This time, I'm dreaming that I'm on a ship. And I'm looking over the side. And there are killer whales everywhere. And they start jumping out of the water. And they are coming right up to my face. And the message that I got was, you get it now? And I woke up and I thought, oh my goodness gracious, yeah, you know what? The signs were there, and it just because I didn't like the sign, I kept asking and asking and asking. So I decided to do some reading on the killer whales, and once I read up on them, I thought, yeah, this is very true. Killer whales are the Earth's record keepers, and they're the ones that tell the story of mankind, and that really resonated with me, particularly after I had a chance to have my Akashic record read, and it revealed a lot. So yeah, look for the signs, look for the synchronicities. When they come, accept them and say thank you because you asked for them. And even if it's a sign that you're not sure that you like, look into it a little more. Why is this happening? Why am I getting this message? Why am I getting that message? What does that message mean to me? How does that message make me feel? Sort of take it from there. And I have been very blessed with a lot of wonderful synchronicities that have happened in my life, particularly recently. And particularly the more aware that I become of them, the more that I can look out for them. And I'm always grateful when they come. It's a little affirmation, to me that, okay, I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track. I don't have to figure everything out overnight. This is a journey. This is not something that ever ends. And, I hope that I'm always learning new things. I hope that I'm always surprised by the things that I learn. I hope that I never get to the point that it's like, oh yeah, that, no, I knew that. And if I ever do, I hope somebody out there smacks me upside the head and says, yeah, you don't know it all, sweetheart. Because I don't. And I know I don't. Right? It was, oh my gosh, what did I read just earlier today? Was it Benjamin Franklin who said, we are all born ignorant, but you have to work really hard to be stupid, or something along those lines. Yeah. So that's it. Not very true. Okay, my darlings, I am not going to keep you much longer. I am going to let you go. However, I want to pull an energy card. Okay, something that we can face the week with. Something that we can take out, and I'm going to use the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra and Taylor. These ones. And let's see what the Energy Oracle cards want to say. So we have man holding a coin and door to value. So man holding a coin is, it's money. It could be that coin could represent knowledge. It could represent desire that you have. It's up to you to determine the value of that coin and what that coin represents. And then that will lead to the door to value. So maybe I should have pulled that card first, right? The door to value. Because yeah, you will determine what door to open, and you will determine the value of that coin. And you always have a choice. And you can always change whatever value you put on it. Yeah, it's a little weird. It feels a little weird to say, yeah, you can determine the value, but you can also change what the value means. Maybe it's not that difficult. So think of what you're going to put value on this week. Okay, look out for coins. And look out for the little nuggets of information that come in those coins, right? Look for the value and the meaning other than just what is in front of you. Yeah, that's all I'm getting, my dears. Okay, I will let you go. And before I do, I hope that you will hit the like button. I hope that you will consider subscribing to the channel. The more that the channel grows, the closer I get to being able to do live readings. And I'm really looking forward to that so that I can, sort of bounce off some of the ideas that you have. Leave comments. By all means, leave comments. If you would like me to read on something in particular, put it in the comments. I will read it. And I will do my very best to read on what it is that you want. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. And until I see you again, until you're able to come and play, I wish you well. I wish you happiness. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.